On today's episode of Warehouse Safety Tips, we're going to be talking about machine guarding, so stay tuned. Welcome to Warehouse Safety Tips. If you're a seasoned vodcast viewer, this vodcast is going to be different from most that you watch. It's based around exactly what the name implies, warehouse safety tips. And since the people in this industry are busy, we know that time is money, so each episode will be as short and to the point as possible. And now, with all that out of the way, let's get to the vodcast. On today's episode, we're going to be talking about machine guarding and giving you 4 simple steps on how you can implement it at your facility. The very first thing is inspections and maintenance, making sure that you go through and have everything secure and in good working condition so that you know that the guards are protecting your staff as well as possible. The next thing is something simple, and that is something we talk about every time, and that is training. Okay? If people don't know exactly what needs to be done, they don't know how to implement it. So make sure that you train your staff on not only how the machine guards work, but why they're in place in the first place. So if you go through and you train your staff on exactly what to do in case of an emergency, in case something isn't working correctly, who to contact, and just everything about it, you're always going to be on your way to safety. The next thing is going to be interlock systems. Interlock systems are essential because what they do is if a guard is not in place, the machine will not operate. So it's going to avoid anybody getting in any sort of issue because they've reached their hand into a machine. Possibly their uniform has gotten into the machine, their hair, anything that is going to get near that machinery without the guard in place, it can't happen because the guard has to be down in order for the machine to run. So make sure that you have interlock systems. And the fourth and last but not least is going to be custom guards. Not all machines are cookie cutter situations. In many cases, a lot of machines may not be cookie cutter. So they may require custom guards. So it may not be a standard guard that you have, but it's still a guard that is in place for the need that you have. So if you have something where you need a custom guard, make sure that regardless of cost or anything that's going on, that you're keeping your staff as safe as possible with this custom guard. Again, these 4 steps are just suggestions that you can use to get started. Make sure that you follow the guidelines and any sort of tips for your specific facility and or any regulations that you have for that facility. And of course, we thank you very much for being part of another episode of Warehouse Safety Tips. Next week, we have a absolutely great episode for you. Number 208 is going to be kind of a state of the union of warehouse safety tips because this is going to be our 4-year in a row episode. Every week for the last 4 years, we have brought you warehouse safety tips. We hope to bring warehouse safety tips to you for many, many years to come. But make sure that you tune in for that episode because we're going to be talking again about the state of the union of warehouse safety tips, where we have been, where we are, and where we're going. So until we talk to you next time, have a great week, stay safe, and here is a word from one of our sponsors.
It's scientifically unexplainable. It's virtually indestructible. And it's taking over the entire planet. But in a really good way. It's Mighty Line floor tape, the most durable floor tape in the world. 7 times thicker than average floor tape. Beveled to endure pounding warehouse traffic. And backed with a super strong peel and stick adhesive, so you'll never have to worry about painting shop floors again. Mighty Line floor tape, the only durable stripe.